What
up,
it
OG, triple
do?
OG?
This your
OG,
man.
triple,
Y'all
triple.
already know what it is.
OG.
Today we're gonna get into something a little different. We're talking about accountability and why a lot of women don't like to take accountability. So, without further ado, let's get to the video.
One of the hardest things that I had to do in my adult life is take accountability. I had to accept my role in the process of heartbreak. So I was once married and I destroyed that marriage. Damn! I cheated on my spouse and he was not deserving of that. I was selfish. At that time, I was a matter-of-fact woman, believed that everything that I said was right. I muted him. I did all of that. And I broke a man's spirit. I broke him down mentally. I broke him emotionally. And I did what most women do. I resorted to the victim role. He did this. If he would have never did this, I wouldn't have done this. Very unhealthy. I was selfish. And don't get me wrong, he definitely tried to start over. He tried to restore the relationship. I couldn't. Didn't listen, had poor communication skills. My resolution process was horrible. I did not know how to come to resolutions. I was really my spouse's enemy. I was my own enemy as well. I knew I couldn't trust myself. I knew I was going to hurt him again. And that was hard to swallow. Because I had to really tell myself that you ain't shit.
You raggedy bitch.
All I knew at that time is do what is beneficial to me. I didn't understand what accountability was. I had to learn that accountability is living within integrity. Had I have lived within integrity, I would have never done that to my partner. I'm saying all of this to say that if you don't know how to be an accountable person, you're never going to get far. Your life is never going to be fulfilling, and you're never going to be able to live at the fullest because you're always going to blame others until you sit back and say, okay, this is what I did. This is what my part was in the process. This is how I'm going to move forward. Whatever actions you place have consequences, whether good or bad. Who I am now is a result of who I was back then. My consequences, my accountability molded me into the woman that I am now. And once you start learning how important accountability is, I guarantee you will see life completely different. Get out of the victim mindset. Don't be a prisoner to yourself.
You see, this lady, she's taking accountability for her actions and what she did to her husband. But a lot of times, it's too late for a woman to take accountability. She done already tore up and destroyed relationships, marriages, families, homes, all the above. And I tip my hat to this woman for, knowing the things that she did and that she realized that she was a ain't shit person. She wasn't shit. The stuff that she was doing and saying to her husband, what type of person are you? You a scumbag. A lot of women who don't take accountability, they are selfish. They are selfish. They just think about what they want, what they feel like they need, or everything's about me. Attention seeker. Y'all know how it is with a lot of these women not taking accountability for their actions and some of the things that they do. Let's look at another situation as far as a woman being held accountable.
So I was talking to a male friend of mine the other day, and he told me that women don't apologize and women can't be held accountable. And I began to really think deeply about this idea. And one of the things that came across my mind is in the last 9 months or so of me being in my private practice, I have myself experienced many women, whether they came in as a couple or they came by themselves, they very abruptly discontinued their therapy. And I started to reflect and really think, what was going on here? And I noticed that after I had to confront them about something, I had to bring to their attention something they were doing that wasn't contributing to the health of the relationship, they became very defensive and very, just very harsh, and they stopped coming. And even though the husband would continue to come, he made it very clear that, yeah, she won't apologize. She thinks you're wrong. She thinks you're taking my side. And I began to really reflect like, oh my gosh, is it true that women don't apologize? Is it that women struggle with being held accountable? I'd love your thoughts on this. Me personally, I think it has to do with a person's level of emotional maturity. What do you think?
What do I think? I think that I don't believe in therapy or, going to a therapist. I believe that I'm my wife's therapist. A woman's man or husband is their best therapist. Because I know it's times where I have to help my wife think rationally. Don't just go off your feelings, and your emotions. Because y'all know that a lot of women, they go off their feelings and their emotions. And it's hard for them to make decisions. A lot of women like to walk away from their problems or the problem that they have with their husband. They tend to cry, shut down. They don't want to talk about it. They don't want to talk it out. And at the end of the day, they feel like they can just give you some coochie and everything is going to be all right, to fix the problem, to fix everything. That's the problem fixer right there. Just give me some coochie and he'll be okay.
No man can turn down this pussy.
And a lot of times it works, but that problem still exists. So it's like, we got to be a strong man to be like, nah, I can see through this. I see the games you playing, because that's all it is a game. Why would you use sex to dismiss your behavior or to dismiss your accountability, being accountable? And a lot of women do that. But let's get to the next video.
Why women refuse to accept accountability and would rather cry, walk away, walk out the room, block his number, whatever, because we rather do that than take accountability.
Right.
This is the part men don't understand. Attention is attention. Attention is attention. So whether it's good attention, whether it's bad attention, as long as we are the center of it,
I'm gonna show you how a bitch go down a slide.
it doesn't really matter. All of that emotional spiraling is because it gets us attention.
And as I said before, a lot of this is built off a woman getting attention. A lot of times we say, why do women do this? Or why do women wear this? Or why do women want the lashes, the oversized butt, altering everything on their body? Because they want the attention. Women feed off attention. If y'all don't know this by now, women feed off attention. They want to be the center of attraction. They want it all. It's me, 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 me. And this goes right back to them being selfish. One more video and we're going to close this out.
Women and accountability is like water and oil. They can't take accountability.
You gonna learn today.
The minute you confront them about something that is truthful, they will make sure they switch the story, they change the timeline, they will make sure they switch into other matters, they'll make sure they come back with something else to make you know that they don't want to take accountability. Lots of women don't love accountability. And it's a dangerous cause, because that is what is destroying a lot of them. Their unaccountable spirit. Dangerous place to be.
And as I said before, it's a dangerous situation because they destroy homes, they destroy marriages, they destroy relationships. It don't have to be their husband, it can be family members. It's just not about marriage or relationships. It's about, things happening to you as far as with your family. You got some men that don't take accountability or whatnot, but men tend to grow out of that. Unless you just an ain't shit person, you a scumbag. But other than that, it's rarely that you see a man not taking accountability of his actions. Y'all tell me what y'all think about a woman not being accountable and not wanting to take accountability, and this affecting her marriage, her tearing her house down, and it being a danger to her and her family. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this in the comment. This your man, y'all.
What's up, OG, triple OG?
To the next
OG,
video,
triple,
Ghetto
triple.
Talk, up out of here. Peace.
Come on,